All right, we got a flat on our Can-Am Commander. As you can see, we already have it in the air with our Manual Jack Sport and a 1/2-inch impact. Now I'm going to show you a few tips for the tire change itself. Then we're going to go over everything you need to know to lift your Commander with this jack. Let's jump into it. First thing you need to know is that the Can-Am Commander uses a smaller lug nut than most UTVs. You are going to need a 17mm socket for these in addition to the standard 19mm that we use for the jack. So we'll make that switch now. The next thing I should mention is if you do have a breaker bar or do not have an impact, before you raise the car, do yourself a favor and break all the lug nuts loose. Then you can come on up, finish removing them. But since we have an impact, we're just going to take them off now. You also notice I caught all of the lug nuts. We're doing that to try to keep these clean. We don't want to get any rocks or debris in here because when we go back on later, there's a chance that we could gall and damage the threads, which creates a bunch of other issues with having to replace studs. So try to keep these guys clean. Now, if for whatever reason one does fall, not the end of the world. We'll just pick that guy up, knock it out, blow it out, make sure those threads are clean, and then put these in a safe spot. We'll get this off and get it replaced. As we go back on, there's a few points that I should mention. First, we want to start all the lugs by hand. Do not use the impact. That way we make sure we're not cross-threading anything and creating more work than we need. Next, and this one's really just a good practice, is we are going to tighten the lug nuts in a star or a cross pattern. And the reason we want to do that is on certain vehicles, if we were to tighten this in a circle pattern, there's a chance we could pull the wheel up crooked to the hub or the brake rotor, and we would never know. This would tighten just fine until we start driving down the road. As we drive down the road and the wheel rotates, it's going to straighten itself out. Then it's going to become loose. These lug nuts are going to fall off over time, wheel's going to come off, it's going to create a whole bunch of work. So just as a best practice, we're going to go ahead and do that in the cross pattern now. And you notice we didn't go super hard. We basically just got all the play out, sucked this up so that it's nice and secure and square to the hub. Now, if you have a torque wrench at this point, go ahead and lower the jack till the tire just touches the ground. That way we have some load on it. Torque your wheel. Manufacturer spec here is 74 foot-pounds. We don't have a torque wrench here on the trail, so we're going to just go around this one more time with the impact. Then when we get back to the house later tonight, we'll torque this with the torque wrench. All right, there we go. The wheel is tight. We're going to switch back to our 19mm. Lower our jack. And get back on the trail. We'll be starting with a rear lift, but first we need to grab the jack out of the mounts. Now on the rear of the Commander, there really is just one lift point that we recommend, and that's here along the body. We are going to end up grabbing the chassis tube that's just underneath the rocker panel. You're able to find that chassis tube by feeling for the rivets that secure the rocker to the chassis. Okay, as I finish this up, we'll grab a hook. And we're locating here with the door open. Only because we don't want to have a chance of the car shifting in the air and possibly, you know, making any little tiny scratches or anything on the body. So if you feel the same way we do, it takes 2 seconds. Open the door if you have a Commander with doors. We'll stick this guy directly under here, locating against the skid like we talked about, and raise this on up. There we go. You can see the rear tire is in the air and ready for the repair. One other thing I should mention, because these cars have so little travel, if you take a look at the front, we've actually got the entire vehicle off the ground. I'm still going to show you lift points, but this is something to note. If you are trying to get unstuck or you're doing something other than a repair, you can grab the car somewhere just after the B pillar and get the whole thing up. So, all right, that is done. Let's move on to the front. For the front lift, we're again going to pick up off the side of the car, locating the pad just under the rocker panel. Go ahead and open the door again to do that. Locate that guy like we did for the rear lift, making sure we got good engagement, and lift up. There you can see the tires in the air and ready for the repair. If you have a front bumper, there is an alternate lift point up here. What we're going to end up doing is engaging the V groove in the top of the Manual Jack Sport right under this crossbar. The key to keep in mind here is we want to get that bottom jack as perfectly in line or directly under this crossbar as possible. That way the car doesn't want to roll forward or backward. The other thing that we want to try to do is also be pretty well dead center. And the reason that we're doing that is if you lift off center, because we'll end up picking up most of the vehicle, there's a chance the vehicle could shift and drop on you. So once this is up, you just want to make sure it's steady before you begin your work. So here's what that looks like. There we go. Tires are in the air. Wait, before you go, 2 quick tips for you. 1, if your car is drivable, please pull that off the trail, preferably to a flat, unobstructed area. This is going to do a couple things. It's going to make sure that you are not blocking the trail, and you're also not going to have to worry about getting hit. Plus, it's just safer to do work in that kind of environment. And 2, if any part of your body is going to be under the vehicle, or there's a chance you're going to get into the vehicle, you must put something under the vehicle to act as a jack stand. Now, this can be a cooler, toolbox, spare tire, log, rock, whatever it is, something that is under the vehicle to act as a catch in case the vehicle moves off the jack. That way, you are going to get your job done safer, and you're going to get back onto the trail quicker. Today's video had one goal, and that is to make lifting safer and easier, because how you lift it matters. I'm Bryan with AGM. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you for watching this episode of How You Lift It, and we'll see you next time.